on the planet Earth. And being in your body from a really experiential perspective, not a objectified, I need to fix all this stuff perspective. One more second. I am almost there. I've almost arrived at full preparation. Okay, I am now there. So we're going to do a little bit of breath work. We're going to do the lymph flush. And I think we're going to actually do a little bit of Laban space. And then we'll exercise. And I mean, all of it's exercise, but a little bit of energy work with the breath work and lymph flush. Oh, we got Georgina coming in. All right, so let's just start with the breath work. And let's actually start with just a few rounds of coherent breathing. So coherent breathing is the inhale as you go up, exhale as you go down. We're doing it in a 6 count. The idea is that it's bringing our systems, our vitals into coherence with each other. We could say on another level, our head, our heart, and our gut body coming into alignment, working for us, working to make us healthy. So we're going to inhale up 6 counts, exhale down 6 counts. Exhale everything out. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Invite the heavens in. 3, 4, 5, 6. Connect to the earth. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Chest and lungs open. 6. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you have high blood pressure, if you have like issues, if you have heart rate issues where you have like irregularities in your heartbeat, doing some coherent breathing every day, and not like this, like we just did a minute maybe or a minute and a half, but doing like 20 minutes of coherent breathing will be very helpful. So your body starts to learn how to work together, right? We can do so much with our body when we take the initiative to really integrate our awareness with our experience and with the things that we can do. All right, it doesn't all have to resort to taking a pill or going to see a doctor. You have a lot of capacity to do good healing things in your body, and we don't live in a culture that really supports much of that. So if you do it, yay, you win. Let's come into, we're going to do some, depending on how you look at it, it's either Bhastrika or Kapalabhati. It's a pranayama. It's a big, oh, my nose is really stuffed in one nostril. So you want to make sure you have tissues on hand. Otherwise, you might be blowing snot. You got it. So it's going to be, I'm going to do an equal emphasis on my inhale and my exhale. We're not trying to do this. I'm trying to keep the shoulders relaxed, but really have it happening in here. You're going to go at a tempo that feels good to you. I am going to time it. We'll do 1 minute. At whatever tempo you can manage keeping an even rhythm. And it might be like, oh, I can't keep an even rhythm. So do a few, take some resting breaths, do some more. We're trying to start to learn to develop this muscle of intentionality. That's such a weird word, intention with the diaphragm and working it together. It might take some time. Here we go. Halfway. Good, let it go. Exhale everything out. Inhale in. Short breath hold, relax. It will be like 15 seconds. Exhale, let that go. And I'm going to talk for 2 seconds and then we're going to do it one more time. So when I'm in the Bhastrika or Kapalabhati, so Bhastrika means bellows breath, which I consider to be an even inhale, exhale. Kapalabhati is skull shining, which I consider to be an exhale that's intense. And then the inhale comes in more naturally. Like it just returns because you're doing such a strong exhale. So whichever one of those feels more comfortable for you, let's do that. What I'm noticing for myself while I'm doing that is maybe some weird little patterns start to show up in my body, like, oh, my body kind of wants to do this. I'm trying to find a sense of balance in my body. Again, take resting breaths whenever you need them. If it's too much, just breathe normally. You could do the 6 count in, 6 count out for a minute. All right, let's do it again. I think I'm going to go a little faster in this one. Another minute. Here we go. Halfway. Exhale everything out. Inhale. Engage your pelvic floor. Draw in and up. Relax the outer body. So in and up. Neck is shut. Outer body relaxing. Easy breath. Easy hold. Exhale, let it go. So that was 20 seconds. Just relax. Give yourself a shake. Let go of any extra tension. We're going to do a third set. I am here on my physio ball, so my shaking is really easy. Shake, bounce. Let go of whatever kind of holding or tension you're holding. And we'll do our last set. 1 minute. So we're really getting that diaphragmatic breathing, which is going to be pumping our cisterna chyli, our biggest lymph node in here. Lymph is moved through deep diaphragmatic breathing and movement. So here we go, starting the last set. I'm burping. I'm going to say that because sometimes we're moving this stuff. And if you need to burp or toot, let it out. Do not hold it in. Let go of the gases if that happens. Here we go. Halfway. Exhale everything out. Inhale. Engage the bandhas or not. Float in there. This can be a slightly longer, maybe 20 seconds. Outer body relaxing. Inner body drawing in and up. Outer body relaxing. Let it go. So if you start to feel tingly, if you start to feel like a little buzzing sensation, that is your body with an excess of CO2, right? So when we are feeling, it's called tetany when there's an excess of CO2. Sometimes our body tingles, sometimes it tightens up, sometimes we feel a little faint. We're learning to tolerate more CO2. And if you haven't done a lot of breathing practices, sometimes that stuff comes in. Or even if you have done a lot, sometimes it comes in. All right, moving into the lymph flush, rubbing your hands together. Right hand to the left clavicle. I'm going above and below my collarbone really gently. I'm not trying to rip apart my my fascia. I'm not trying to rip apart my body. I'm gently inviting the movement of fluids, the movement of lymph into the subclavian vein, the vein under my clavicle, where it returns into the bloodstream, into the heart, and filters out. So this is the return. This is the venous flow. Same thing on the other side. We always want to start with the left side because the left side is filtering 3/4 of the lymph of our body. The right side is this upper quadrant and cisterna chyli, which is the biggest lymph node. So we're starting on the left, then moving to the right. We always want to start here so that we've opened the main return pathway into the blood. And we're going to go up around the angle of the jaw. So we can start here and move up and then move down, or we can start here and just move down. But because here it's morning, here in Nueva York, it's morning time. And so we want to make sure we're clearing out the glial lymph, the lymph, also known as the glymph, that is clearing the glial cells in our brain while we're sleeping. So coming around, there's also lymph under in your teeth. So getting under the jaw here is helpful. But be gentle. We're not trying to jam anything. If it's tender, be very soft. Then I'm going to do in front of and behind my ears and pull down. So I'm pulling down, inviting the movement of that fluid. We're going to go into right next to your nose, just above your nostril, a little circle in there. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeVille. If you know what that reference is, write it in the comment section. And then take your fingers under your cheekbone, just gently. Get your face to move a little bit, squish it up, open it up. I know you know it, Linda. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Rub your hands together. 10 little dragons running through the forest. Let's hope that those 10 little dragons have a sense of humor. Lighten up. If you want to be enlightened, lighten up, right? Lightning, laughter, especially when, I mean, I have to say it, when the shit's really hitting the fan, sometimes the only way to deal with it is laughing or crying. So both of them kind of do the same stuff to the heart, like contracting that area, crying, breathing, all of that's moving that part of our lungs and heart, right? We need movement in our lungs and heart, clearing up anything that's starting to uh, calcify, coagulate, get thick. We want it to break apart and reabsorb into our body. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. K27 points right here underneath your collarbones. And should be a little indentation. Like for me, there's a very clear spot where my fingers go right in. And then I see people doing it and they're like, where is the spot? And then I try and find it for them. When I am in person with people, like an inch or two down and an inch or two in, right? 1 or 2 inches down, 1 or 2 inches away from center. Circles. This K27 point, good for bringing your energy back to you. If the threads of your energy are all over the place, use this to bring it back in so that your energy is feeding you first before it goes out there to fix all the problems. Take care of the main ingredient. Thymus thump with some Tarzan. Let's add a little bit of bouncing around to this, a little bit of bouncy trouncy to the thymus thump. Get your silverback position. I am the biggest King Kong in New York City. Get shake, bounce, just giving your whole body the information that it's all invited to participate in this moment. Taking your right hand to your left armpit pec, back to the lymph flush. I really prefer doing this when I'm not wearing a tank top. For some reason, digging my fingers into my naked skin and armpit is not something I want to do. This aversion to self-touch I find interesting. But with the t-shirt on, with a long sleeve shirt on, it feels fine. Same thing on the other side. You may not have any problem with it. Noticing your own likes and dislikes. What are you avoiding and why? I'm avoiding touching my naked armpit. And then let's come in. We did Cisterna Kylie. So we're actually going to do just a little pull underneath your ribs, just drawing from this center point down along the ribs. You can breathe into that, just giving some space, your liver, your spleen, a little bit of stomach, getting some room in there. If you've just eaten, this is probably not going to feel great. And if you've just eaten, you probably don't want to do a bunch of deep diaphragmatic breathing. Now I'm telling you, now that it's probably too late, take it into the angle of your hip, inguinal fold. So depending on how fast your metabolism is, you probably want to wait an hour to 2 hours after eating before doing breath work. Now I'm telling you, now that you've already done it, hands behind your knees. And we're going to start with some feet stuff. I'm just going to stand back here because I want there. You're going to do a releve, bend, and straighten. So I'm going to show you sideways. Press up, lower down, bend your knees, and stretch. Up, down, bend, straighten. Up, down, bend, straighten, up, down, bend. Trying to keep the tracking from your hips through your knees, through your ankles, through your toes in one line. Up, down, bend, straighten, up, down, bend, straighten, up, down, bend, straighten. One more, up, down, bend, and straighten. Heels together, small turnout. So you can go like this, parallel, turned out, parallel, turned out. Whatever you can manage without cheating, which would be doing this little like wobble. You want to be able to pick up your arches here so they're not flattening out. So probably like 90 degrees might be kind of a lot. We're going to have the arms slightly in front of you, knees over your toes, stretch up, and heels together. Knees over your toes, straighten, press up, come down. Knees over your toes. Oh yeah, I said Laban. We're going to do that after this. Up and down. That's the problem with telling people what you're going to do ahead of time. Then you better make sure that you do it, right? Don't get carried away with yourself and go in 1,000 different directions. I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to you. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Good. Let's do the Laban stuff. So we're going to do an actual scale of movement, up, down, cross, open, backwards, forwards. Most of you have done this with me, but some of you haven't. You'll pick it up. Reaching for the ceiling, taking it down to the floor. Crossing your body. Let me get the cameraman on point. There we go. Let's start it over again. Reaching up to the ceiling, down to the floor. Vertical dimension. Crossing over, opening wide. Horizontal dimension. Taking it backwards and then forwards. Sagittal dimension. Let's do that more times. Up to the ceiling, down to the floor. Vertical. Crossing over, opening out, horizontal, taking it backwards. Try to keep your hips pointing front and forwards. Sagittal, also like Sagittarius. Up, down, vertical, crossing over, opening wide. Horizontal, backwards and forwards, sagittal. Let's do a fourth one of these. To the heavens, to the earth, crossing over all your friends, opening out. There they all are. Taking it backwards, moving forwards. And let's do a fifth time because I feel this is very much up, down, very much. I am, here I am, heaven to earth, crossing over. Here we are, opening out. Oh, we're all here with all my friends. Yay! Backwards, not ready to do it. Forwards, yes, I'm ready to do it. I will. I will, I won't. I will, yes, I'm ready. No, I need to take a step back. It's all there in our bodies if we listen to our bodies. All right, 5 times on the other side. To the heavens, to the earth, crossing over, horizontal, opening wide, taking it backwards, sagittal, keep the hips pointing front and forwards. The other side is working as a counterbalance. To the heavens, to the earth, vertical, side across, side open, horizontal, backwards and forwards, sagittal, up to the sky, down to the earth, crossing all my friends. There we are, my community, taking it backwards. My willpower, not my willpower, but my actual, this is what I will do, this is what I won't do. Not I have to gather willpower, but like it is my will to do this thing. So forward, backward. Is it my will to do this thing? Let's find out. I can ask, is my body ready to go forward or backward? Here we go. Up, down. I think we're on like our fourth one. Cross it over, open it wide, take it backwards, move it forwards. Up, down, side across, side open, backwards, and forwards. Let's circle our shoulders, big circles, lubricating up our fascia, our joints, our muscles, our nervous system. Change direction up and over. Nerves are moving through your body, veins and arteries, moving through your body, generally bundled up with the nerves. We want everything to have some capacity, like as these little things are tracking together, like let's just say this is like a bundle of nerves, nerves, arteries, veins, and there's lymph going through there. We want them to have the capacity to kind of slide and glide as they interrelate. So they're not all locked up, but there's capacity for movement and freedom between those things. We have energy moving through our body and our nervous system is available to move, right? If the holding patterns come in a combination with our nervous system and our fascia going, uh-oh, together, we're going to tighten up and armor against this, which sometimes is appropriate, but often it's we're holding ourselves in a lot. Let's circle the pelvis. So a lot of this movement that we're doing is telling your body it's safe to move, change direction. And here we can do these maneuvers, and then your body's like, oh yeah, I can do these maneuvers. Because everyone needs to be able to circle their pelvis, right? Our spine is also freeing up here. All right, we're gonna backstroke, swimming through the space, one side and then the other. This is like jazz walks. Jazz walks in the feet, backstroke in the arms, nice arm circle, opening up chest, lungs, and heart. Feeling that relationship of the heart out to the very edges of our hand, right? The edges of our feet into the capillary beds, the blood flow moving through our whole body. And we're gonna circle forward. And if you feel like you're doing some different version of this, that's fine. If you can't get into the rhythm that I'm doing, that's fine. Be in your rhythm. Oh, let your head go off vertical if possible. Just giving yourself a little bit of free flow. So not a lot of tension in this movement. All right, so we're taking it down to the floor. Cross-legged position. Yeah, I'm in recovery from exercising a lot this week and feeling it. I am feeling like I'm coming through to the other side, opening your arms out, stretching from side to side. I have noticed in my Zoom rooms that several people have really been needing this particular action. And if you're in one of my Zoom rooms or if you're on in my class in TV land out there, wherever you are in Appalachia, I know, I know I have one person out there. Um, if you need to do something different, do something different. Side stretch, circle it forward, take it around. Think of what I'm offering as a general guideline, but sometimes your body's like, no, I need this other thing. So listen to your body. Why not? I'm not gonna, you're not gonna get in trouble with me for doing your own thing. You have permission. All right, let's change legs. Non-dominant leg goes in front, whichever one was not there before. We're going to slightly change the exercise. I'm just going to take it down the front, letting my head really soften, head, neck, and shoulders. I'm going to turn my head gently from side to side, looking one direction, looking the other way. Dropping a little further, and then I'm going to let my spine move from my tail to my head, rippling through my spine. Breathing into my body, deep breathing. We're not trying to hold anything in right now. If you are trying to hold something in, maybe go to the bathroom. Take this moment. And then roll it up through your spine, twisting to one direction and then the other way. If twisting hurts, take this really easy. Don't go all the way. Go back and forth a few times if twisting feels good. So, depending on what's going on in your body, if you have an injury, if you have something you're protecting, take care of the thing that you're protecting, right? And how do we judge that in the long run? We judge it by, oh, I did the thing and then it hurts more. Oh, maybe don't do that thing. Or I did the thing and then the next day it felt a lot better. Okay, maybe we want to start doing that thing. So we want to judge what's going on in our body in multiple ways. We want to see what it feels like right this moment. We want to know what it feels like when you're done, like in the next hour or two. We want to know what it feels like tomorrow. Right. So that's one way of judging. Oh, did I do too much? Did I not do enough? Should I be trying something that I'm not trying? And having the agency and the self-care to really listen to your body. Take it. We've been taught to override so much. Don't override. Listen in. Come in for a landing on your back. Take a couple of big deep breaths. Just feel your bone weight dropping into the floor. Let the muscles soften. You don't need to pick anything up. You are not going to fall. You're right there. Breathing, melting, letting go. You're not going to fall off the planet yet. And then from there, you're going to let your knees drop from side to side. Most likely, you're never going to fall off the planet. The planet has you, the earth has you. What if suddenly the gravitational pull of the earth changed? Letting this massage out your butt. If the gravitational pull of the earth changed, like let's say there was a little bit less gravity or more gravity, our bodies would also change to uh, support themselves within that gravitational pull, right? Like I say this all the time, astronauts go into space and they have to really exercise to maintain any kind of density of their bone, muscle, blood, tissue. And when they come back to Earth, the first thing to return to like a earthy density is blood. Fascia kind of comes back, but bones will never be as strong as they were. Okay, so if we had sometimes people think that gravity is their enemy, but really gravity is supporting you 100%. Your tissue, our human bodies know exactly how to form in relationship to this earth, to this gravitational pull. Like we would be puffier and bigger if there were like if there was less gravity, but less strong. And if there was more gravity, we'd probably be denser and shorter and more muscular because we would need it to maneuver. Let's inhale, arms up, pelvis up, exhale, everything comes down. Inhale, press it up, exhale. Yeah, so we'd be more like, I don't know, trolls if there was more gravity, and we'd be more like elves if there was less gravity. Maybe not as good looking as the elves. Because if you elongate, it might not do what you think. Anyway, inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Let's take the hands down by the sides, lift your pelvis up, make some circles. Change direction. Human beings born in a different gravitational system would look really different than they look right now and here. And we have sent humans to space, but we didn't send babies. Let's come down. What I'm really trying to say is an alternative planet is not an alternative. This is the planet that our bodies are meant to be on. Open your knees wide, take a happy baby. Be thankful that you, as a happy baby, were able to develop in this gravitational pull, this gravitational force that we have on Earth. It was made for you, bespoke gravity just for you and your body. All right, let's come in. Take your hands down by your sides. I am just noticing that my outfit matches a painting on that wall. It kind of matches that one too, but like it really, there's a blue and a yellow in that painting. I might show it to you later. Circles with your legs, big or small. Work in a range of motion that feels good to you. I'm going to flex up and point down. Flexing up, pointing down. Flex and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. And last one. Flex and point. Take it down. Shake everything out. Let it go. Free up your spine. Open it out to the side. Let's go circles with the wrists and ankles. If you need to hold your legs to hold them out there, go for it. But if you can, maybe they're up here. Wherever it works for you, finding a range of motion, change direction, waking up your fingers and toes, distal parts of your body, far away from center. Good. Bring it in. Let's open the feet slightly wider. This is just for you, Georgina. Internally rotate one leg at a time. It's also for me, but I know that you need this more, more than anyone in the Zoom room. Internally rotating, spiraling in one leg at a time. If you need to spend more time there, go for it. If you need to massage out the back of your glutes and rotators, also, I'm coining the word glutators. It be this whole rotator glutes area. If you need to massage that out a little, then go as fast as you feel like you need to go. So we're getting the compression of the floor and our body weight, aided by the gravitational pull of the earth to release, lengthen, stretch. Speaking of glutators and glutator tots, because I always want to say, if I say meditators, I want to say meditator tots. If I say glutators, I want to say glutator tots. I ate glutator tots, not glutator tots. I ate tater tots the other day. Let's flip it over again. I've decided that tater tots are a really good substitution for bread. Lots of grease, lots of fat, grease and fat also being similar things. Hands next to your chest, baby cobra, inhale, exhale down, inhale. Yeah, so having like an Eggs Benedict style thing on top of tater tots is a win if you are gluten-free. Inhale, open, exhale down. You can connect your hands coming up, bend your knees. Opening the whole front line of fascia in your body. Is there a line of fascia? Not really. There's really a matrix of fascia, but we can imagine the front of that fascial matrix. When we bend in, we're opening it even more than when we're here. Take it down to your belly, bend your knees, and let your legs fall from side to side. Your feet, think of wagging your tail. Let this massage across the front of your thighs. And then come down. You're going to curl your toes under, just straighten one leg, reach through your heel, release, straighten the other leg, reach through your heel, and release. Reaching out through your heel, release, reach out through your heel, and release. Reach and release, and reach and release. Tops of the feet on the floor. You're going to lengthen one leg out. Not so much that your pelvis super shifts, but there should be a slight shift in your pelvis. So like maybe lengthening an inch and then lifting it up and then release it down. Other leg, lengthen out an inch, lift it up and release it down. Lengthen it out, lift. Both hips are on the floor and release, lengthen it out, lift and release, lengthen it out, lift and release, lengthen. We're alternating and release, lengthen, lift and release, lengthen, lift and release, lengthen, lift and release, lengthen, lift and release. Arch all the way up, push the floor away, round your spine, take it into a child's pose. Breathe, soften, melt. Shift around, shifting from side to side. Breathe. Big deep breaths down into your, imagine you're breathing all the way to your feet so that your diaphragm, you bring the breath deep down into your lungs and the diaphragm pushes down into your organs. Breathing like you're a bubble. So for the people in TV land, if you want to be in this Zoom room, I'm doing like a you can join. I will put a link in the bio. Like I'm doing like a July, Saturdays in July. It will be 9:30 to 10:20. Curl your toes under, take your butt up to the ceiling, bend one knee and then the other, stretching out calf and Achilles. Peapod was on here doing some damage to the mat. Peapod loves to scratch on this thing. Let's take the right leg up to the ceiling as high as it can go. Bring it forward into your chest. Inhale, kick it out and up. Exhale, cross it under to the opposite elbow. Inhale, lift. Outer shoulder, drop the foot down if you can. If you need blocks, get blocks. If you need to hold on to something, hold on to something. We're going to backstroke that arm 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and then front stroke. 1, 2, 3. Take the back knee down to the floor and flex the front leg. Flex the foot. You want your butt up in the air. Flex the front foot. You're going to make circles with your ankle. Let your hip socket move. Let your tail gently wag. So we're not stabilizing. We are mobilizing that whole leg up into the pelvis. Change direction. Circle the other way. You may be up higher. Be wherever you are. Take it forward. Curl the back toes under. You're going to step the back foot in just a little bit. Hang out in that sort of a triangle pose. Flex your front foot. Drop it down. Take the hand, it's the same as the front leg, up to the ceiling. Kind of a twisted triangle pose. Bring it back down. Reach it out. You're going to step this foot back into a plank. Hold your plank. Slowly lower down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arch up, opening the front of your hip flexors. Bend your knees, curl your toes under, take it back to a dog. Other leg up to the ceiling. Let's hope I can remember the whole phrase of what we're doing. Knee into your chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cross it under. Inhale, lift. Exhale, outer shoulder. Step it down. 3 backstrokes. 1, 2, 3. 3 front strokes. 1, 2. Let your chest and lungs really open. 3. Take the back knee down. Weight goes back. So you basically want this thigh to be perpendicular to the floor. Flex the front foot, make circles. Mobilize all the way into that joint. Change direction. Let your butt and tail wag. Let there be movement in here. Let there be movement. That would be my first commandment. I know it's not. It's not a commandment. It's what God said. Let there be light, right? Let there be movement. Was there movement before light? I think so. Take it forward into that little stretch. Curl your toes under in the back, pick it up, take it into your plank, slowly lowering down. 10. Oh, I did forget a bunch of stuff because I got all distracted. All right, now I'm remembering. Step it back, flex your foot. I was like, that seemed a lot shorter. That's what happens when you like entertain yourself in your own head. One hand down, one hand up. So the opposite hand is down. Oh, I'm getting a really nice stretch in my calf that's in the back. Take it back down. Now we're just going to drop into that stretch a little bit more. I know it's not exactly the same, so let go of your perfectionist and just go, oh, this is what we're doing. And then take it up. 10 counts down. This time I'm not gonna speed it up halfway through. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Breathe, wag your tail, reflow your spine, let your head release, let your shoulders release, let your chest release. Be like a boat on a gently wavy ocean. And let's take the tops of our feet to the floor, arms out to the side, circles. Flex through the heels of the hands. Make fists down to the floor. Inhale, lift everything up. Radiate outward. Breathe and relax it down. Shake it out. Free up the spine, free up the head, tail. Relax your butt, relax your guts. And then coming in, circling in the other direction. So I went this way, going up and back first. I'm going to go forward. Circling with the regular hands. Flexing out through the heels of the hands. Fists down to the floor. Lift everything up. Take your arms slightly in front of you. Radiate out like an X. Hands on the floor. Press yourself up. Round your spine. Take it back. Child's pose. Wiggle around. Let it go. So we're going to come in and we're going to do I'm going to do what I call pec push-ups. So those are hands a little wider, like tricep push-ups. I have my hands right next to my chest. My elbows are into my sides. Tricep, pec, more here, chest and pec. My hands are a little wider. My elbows are a little wider. You can do these with your knees on or off the floor. I'm just going to do a set of 10 pec push-ups. And I'm probably starting with my knees off the floor and I may put them down halfway through. Here we go. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take your butt to the ceiling, downward dog. Push the floor away. Aim your sit bones and your tail upwards. Draw your heel towards the floor. Walk it in. Bend your knees. Interlace your hands behind your back. Let the front of your deltoids and pecs open up. Breathe. Squat it down. If you need to put your hands down, put your hands down. But if you can, come into a squat and then butt up and back. Hands going back. Slowly bringing your sit bones down. Take it forward. Maybe your heels come up. Maybe they don't. Maybe you use the floor. Taking it back. One of the more challenging coordinations. If this hurts your knees, don't go that deep. Can you do it with your heels on the floor? Can you do it with your heels off the floor? Either way. All right. This, like, in a potentially un-PC way of talking, this is the Asian squat. This is the American squat. Why? Because most Americans' Achilles are tight, not being able to squat like this. Probably a lot of Asians are now tight like this too. But it's just funny. We've got to rename it because we can still squat. So let's call it the American squat. All right, coming up, inhale, open, chest, lungs, and heart, reaching out and up. Exhale, soften and melt. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, soften. Inhale, open. Open your feet wide. Bend your elbows. Drop it down to the floor. Take your tail to the ceiling and then bend one knee and then the other. Shifting your weight from side to side. Let your body hang. Letting your spine free up. Letting your body hang and swing like an imaginary elephant trunk. As you shift your weight from side to side. Coming into center. Rolling it all the way up. Inhale, open. And exhale, shake it out. Yeah, so if you want to join, I will put a link in if you want to be in the actual room, which maybe is slightly better than being online and watching it. At least you can, we usually have like a little check-in at the beginning and at the end. So I will put that in the description. For the humans in TV land, let me just check up on you for 1 second, see if there's anything going on out there. Oh, there was something going on out there. How exciting. Jerome, yay. Love the exercises that helped me out a lot with breathing. The push-ups and squats were a good challenge for me to say, not so tough now, huh? You can say not so tough now. Oh, good. Yes, things get easier after you do them enough. All right, I am ending that live stream. Live stream humans, thank you, or even in the replay, with such